So I'm Zach Shulman. I run the Entrepreneurship program at Cornell. I have the wonderful experience of reporting to every dean at the university, including Greg. It's actually a wonderful reporting structure. And today you're at Eclectic Convergence at Cornell Tech. And we just thank you, Greg, so much for having us. I know you like us here, but it's just a great place to be. Thanks, Bridge. Okay, so we have a bunch of great speakers today, starting off with Chris Kirby, who I'll be interviewing in just a few minutes after Greg gives his welcoming remarks. And we have startup pitches from both CTL, which is Cornell Technology Licensing up in Ithaca, and also from Cornell Tech's Runway program. Scott Belsky is always with us. He's here today again to help with our emceeing. So thank you so much, Scott. I did throw in some Halloween little photos this morning as I thought I better make this to explain why we're here on Halloween. So the reason we're here on Halloween, which is not ideal, but it's fine, is that there's another conference like the next weekend, which we typically do like November 7th-ish. And Scott couldn't make one of the dates. So I said, no, we got to have Scott. So we had to have it on Halloween. I actually think it's kind of fun. We have over 460 registrants, which is fantastic. This room only holds like 280. That's perfect. So we'll be good to go. So 3 speakers this morning. Chris will be first, then Morrisett, then Javid. We'll have a networking lunch at about 1 o'clock. You can eat lunch anywhere you'd like in the building, as long as it's on the 1st or 2nd floor. I'll remind you of this again, but there will be lunch served on both floors, the 1st and 2nd floor. Okay, you can eat lunch in here. That's fine. We'll then start our startup pitches at 1. It'll go from 1 to 2. And then in the afternoon, we have this really interesting format where I got 2 sets of spouses to interview each other, which is not normal, but it'll be a lot of fun. So Scott is going to be interviewing his wife, Erica, who is a co-founder of Good Inside, which is a very, very, probably top startup in the parenting space, right? I mean, it's really, really hot. And Josh Wolf, who some of you have heard speak before, Josh is an incredible speaker, will be interviewing his wife, Lauren, who is at Impactive Capital. And between those two, Josh and Lauren, they manage a lot of capital. Maybe they'll tell us how much. It's a lot. And then Scott and I will do some closing remarks, and everybody will get home for Halloween. We often have speaker hours, but we're not doing it this year because of the Halloween conflict. And our speakers, most of whom have kids, have to get out of here right after they speak. For example, flying back to North Carolina to be with the little guys for Halloween. So I apologize for that, but because of the holiday, it messed that up. Great sponsors that support the Entrepreneurship at Cornell program. And I just like to go through these. I'm not going to name them all, obviously, but I want to recognize them. It's very, very important to our program that we have corporate sponsorship. If any of you are at businesses that would like to sponsor our program, you should get in touch with me. Okay, I can certainly handle that. Going right through. Okay, so a lot of team members here today. We have the AV people, we have the registration people, we have the food people. Please do your best to thank them all day long. Okay, I would really appreciate that. Obviously, be quiet. It took me a little while to find the ghost emoji this morning. Cell phones are off. Actually, I'm not sure if mine is off. I better turn it off. And keep the talking down while the speakers are going. And with that said, I'm delighted to welcome Greg Morrisett to give a few opening remarks. Thanks, Greg.
So as Zach said, this is I think the 3rd year that we've run the conference.
Might be 4th.
Is this the 4th?
Yeah, might be 4th.
I can't keep straight. But he brought it here, and I really appreciate it. I mean, it's central to the identity of Cornell Tech. But of course, entrepreneurship is spread across Cornell University. Cornell is famously decentralized. And Cornell Tech is about as far as it gets in terms of the decentralization. But one of the reasons we can be so decentralized is because it's so collaborative. And the collaboration extends from campus to campus and across departments. And it's that spirit that leads to the innovation that you're going to see aspects of here today. Here in New York, we're seeing a vibrant tech ecosystem that continues to expand. Capital remains strong in the Empire State, and New York City continues to be a top destination for tech workers relocating to the area. Part of our role at Cornell Tech is to be the catalyst for this tech economy and to blend basic and applied research to create a foundation for the tech ecosystems here. We want to bring together experts in engineering, computer science, design, business, and law to not only create new technologies, but to develop tech leaders and launch new ventures. The approach we take exposes students to diverse perspectives and encourages them to utilize available tools to advance society and to create new tools if they don't exist. Last year, our campus and community generated a total of $768 million and supported 2,800 jobs here in New York City. By 2030, we're projected to generate $1.5 billion in annual economic impact on the city while supporting 7,000 jobs. The investment that New York City made in this campus is paying off in a big way. Our startup programs have launched over 128 companies, student-led companies, which have a collective valuation of more than $830 million. When these companies leave our campuses, they don't leave New York. 94% of them have stayed right here in New York City, creating hundreds of new jobs here. Now, among today's presenters, you're going to hear from multiple ventures from the Cornell Tech Runway Startup Postdoc Program. This is part of the Jacobs Technion Cornell Institute here at Cornell Tech. These startups exemplify the translation of academic research into real-world impact. You're going to hear pitches from the founders of SenseVita, which is developing biosensors for chronic disease management, and SymptoLab, which is building AI-powered tools to support patients with complex chronic conditions. Their work reflects the power of Cornell Tech's interdisciplinary model to launch companies and shape industries that serve society. As of 2023, companies founded at Cornell Tech, just in the health tech sector alone, generated over $100 million for New York City. We're also very proud to report that the share of Cornell Tech companies founded by women and the share of funds raised by women-founded companies are above national and city averages. And finally, we're especially proud of the work of our urban tech and health tech hubs here at Cornell Tech, both housed in the Jacobs Technion Cornell Institute. These initiatives are serving the needs of our communities through research, education, and public engagement to further innovation in our cities and our healthcare industry. Finally, I want to extend a warm welcome to Scott, who recently joined the Cornell Tech Council and is joining us today. He's been here also, at least as long as I've remembered the conference, for a fireside chat. And we're excited to have someone with his creative energy and leadership and experience with us today, but also part of the leadership of the campus. So in today's sessions, you're going to hear from a range of companies representing a variety of disciplines, and I'm sure that AI will be heavily featured. It's central to Cornell Tech's research and tech enterprise and has emerged as a powerful new tool that will cause tremendous disruption, both good and bad. And that's why the evolution of AI must be guided by a coalition of leaders like and institutions like Cornell, which has a track record of prioritizing public and societal benefit, not just economic benefit. Cornell and the collective work by its people are critical to building our city, state, and country's innovation ecosystem. And I'm thrilled to be here with you today and look forward to learning with you about the exceptional Cornellians who are creating new disciplines and categories, shifting our understanding of what is possible and driving our society forward. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Greg.